If you've been diagnosed with a herniated disc and left the doctor's office with more questions than answers, don't worry, I also had a herniated disc. And now I help people like you improve their symptoms and understand what's happening to them. That's why I made this routine for you today. It's 20 minutes of seated work with some very simple but very effective exercises, especially designed for people who have trouble lying down, or for people who want to include some exercise in their daily routine when they're, for example, sitting at work. Before we start, I've prepared a very good 30-minute video that answers the question, are you treating your herniated disc correctly? It's a huge video that breaks a lot of myths about the treatment of this kind of condition, and you can access it for free by clicking on the upper right corner of the screen. By leaving your email, you'll receive it directly in your inbox. Let's get started. Herniated disc routine. You will only need a stool like this, something to sit on, and a stick like the one I have there in the corner, which is just a broomstick. The first thing is to learn how to do the pelvic tilt, a movement that can be difficult to perform but I assure you is essential for mobilizing the entire lower back area. Basically, what we're looking for is for our lower back area to move like this. In extension, arching forward, and then in flexion, arching backward. This simple movement is going to nourish our discs, bring blood to the area, and help us relieve symptoms and regain spinal mobility. And it's based on the principle of the navel. We all have a navel right here in front, right? So what we have to do is think about it and focus on its movement. First, I want you to bring your belly button forward. Let it move forward so your lower back arches. We arch that lower back area forward, navel forward, hold it for a couple of seconds, and then do the opposite movement. I pull my navel in round my back and my spine goes from this to this. See, it's an extension and flexion movement. I inhale, arch my lower back forward and push my navel forward. I exhale through my mouth, pull my navel in and round my back. Simple, right? Let's do 10 repetitions. I inhale, arch my spine forward as much as possible and push my navel forward. I exhale, pull my navel in and round my spine backward. 1, I inhale and exhale. 2, and everything depends on our navel. I inhale and exhale. 3, we're going to do 4 while explaining it to you clearly, and then we'll change position because it's not best to do it the way I'm doing it now. 4, one more, I inhale, move that navel forward, exhale, and backwards. Not everyone has a spine at home to help you do the exercise, so ideally place your hands here on your knees. I inhale, move that navel forward, exhale, and round my back. I pull back. 6, I inhale and exhale. 7, I inhale, move that navel forward, arch the lower back, exhale, round and go back. 8, I inhale, navel forward, exhale. 9, last repetition and back. And 10, great job, right? Next, we're going to do a lateral pelvic tilt exercise. I'm going to stand up to show you. We are sitting on the stool, on the chair, on our sitting bones, which are the bones right below our pelvis. What we're looking for is a side-to-side movement. We're going to lift one of our legs off the stool, set it down, and then do the opposite movement. Basically, our pelvis is going to do this to one side and to the other, to one side and to the other. It's possible that the first time you do this, just like what might have happened with the previous anterior or posterior pelvic tilt, it may be difficult and you might achieve very little movement. That's okay. The important thing isn't that you do it exactly like I do, but that you're able to create some movement, some lateral flexion in your lower back. Pay close attention. When I do this movement, what I'm going to do is lift my right buttock off the chair, and I don't need to lift it too much, basically just enough for a finger to fit underneath. My feet are always planted on the floor. Because most of the time we're going to try to do this, lift the heel, keep the foot firmly planted, lean, lift the right buttock, and switch. Now I lift the left buttock, and as you can see, the movement isn't very pronounced. You don't really need to lift that buttock a lot to create that lateral flexion at the lumbar level. Let's just do 10. I lift to the right, hold for a couple of seconds, lift to the left, and as you can see my back moves laterally, flexing, right. Even if you can't completely lift that buttock, it's okay. Look, if I just do this and don't lift anything, I'm already creating movement, I'm already generating muscle contraction here, and that's something that also helps. 6. Right. Left. 7. Alright, bye. Left 8. We would have finished already, but let's do a couple more. Right, left 9. Right. And left and 10. These two pelvic tilt exercises are extremely essential for everyone who spends many hours sitting and wants to mobilize that lower back area. Now let's move on to the pleasant part, the stretching part. First, cross one leg over the other so that your ankle is at the level of your thigh. From here we have two positions to work on. The first one, sit up straight, really upright. I don't want you to hunch forward. Bring your chest toward the ankle and you'll feel tightness in your right hip, in your glute. Let's hold this position for 20 seconds. We're going to make a small rocking motion like this. Small. 1, 2, 3, count with me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 10 more. 11, 12, 13. Nice, right? We could say that each time we can go a little bit further. 18, 19, and 20. And next I stand up straight and now I hug my right knee and I'm going to bring my chest close to that knee again. The tightness will also be in the hip, but it changes slightly. Those small nuances are what make a big difference. Standing up straight, I lean forward and hold there for another 20 seconds. Let's do it. Again, a very gentle rocking motion. 1, 2, very small. 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see, it's the chest that gets closer to the knee. It's not the knee that comes toward the chest, which is a very common mistake. 7. I don't lean forward. I keep my chest nice and upright. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. That feels good. Very, very good, I would say. Unfold that leg, place it down on the floor, and switch to the opposite side. Remember, ankle at thigh level. I sit up very straight and bring my chest toward my right ankle. Then I hold and do a rocking motion 20 times. 3, 5, 6, and it seems like little by little we can reach farther. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 14, very nice. 15, 16, you feel it sooner in the glute area. 18, 19, and 20. I sit up straight again, grab my knee, I don't bring it up, it stays down there, and from here I bring my chest closer. 1 and I do 20 reps again. 2, very upright. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You feel the stretch sooner. In the area of the left buttock, very good, very nice, very interesting. 18, 19, and 20. This already changes the game, right? I'm sure your back feels much freer now, much more relaxed. Now let's stretch the muscles at the back of the legs. You might be thinking, hey, why do I need to stretch my legs, right? Well, it turns out that all the muscles around this joint here, which is the hip, have a huge effect on the lower back. In fact, the hip and the lower back work together. If there's a problem with the hip, the lower back suffers, and vice versa. Let's stretch one leg completely. I'm going to move a little so you can see me. Here, that's it. And I'm going to keep my toes pointed toward me. What I want now is to sit up very straight. You can separate your legs from each other. And I'm just going to slide forward without arching my back. I'm not trying to sink down. I want my chest to stay up and my hand to reach a little lower. I go down to the knee as far as I can. I'm not very flexible. And we're going to feel tightness here in the back of the thigh. And we do 20 small swings again. 2, 3, 4 very straight, okay? From 5, 6 always within your limits. We don't push beyond the boundaries. Pain is not going to lead us to healing. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. 18, 19, and 20, I slowly return to my starting position and switch to the other leg. The same thing. If it causes discomfort in your back, lean forward. Keep the movement very small, for example here with hardly any movement. You don't need to do it exactly like I do, just replicate it in your own way. Let's go for it. 2, 3, 4, 5 toes toward me, 6 knee fully stretched, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11 tightness in the back of my thigh. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Very good. Let's go back to the starting position. This stretch is a little more uncomfortable, but it's also very effective for releasing that lower back area. And next we're going to stretch the Quadratus lumborum. It's a muscle that's also located in the lower back, exactly between your iliac crest, your spine, and the ribs that start here. It's a square-shaped muscle that's usually very, very tight with a lot of muscle tone. Especially when we have some kind of disc problem, I want you to place your elbow here at the level of your knee. Okay? Completely supported. Let your opposite arm be positioned like this. Hand just behind your neck, elbow above. What we're going to do is stretch this entire side of our spine to create tension and a feeling of stretching. Exactly. Here, at the level of the lumbar area. So once you're well supported, I want you to pull that elbow up as much as possible. And try to arch to separate that elbow from this roller as if we wanted to open up this whole left side. It's not enough to just bring it up, but also try to arch your back at this angle as much as possible. You should feel tightness right here at the level of the lumbar area in this quadrant. Let's hold it for 20 seconds, very good. And let's work a bit with breathing. It's another way to work on stretching that I also like a lot. I inhale down, and as I exhale, I lift that elbow a little higher. I inhale down, relax, exhale, and up. 2. I inhale down, exhale, and up. 3. I'm going to do one more. Exhale. 2, 3. And up. And as you can see, the movement is about opening up my entire left side, bringing that elbow toward the ceiling to stretch the Quadratus lumborum. Other side, I support myself, hand behind my neck. Very good stretch. Inhale and exhale. Notice how I open up that whole side. Wow. The right side is much better than the left. Usually the dominant side, I'm right-handed, will be more tense. I move my head back. I bring that elbow up. Maximum stretch here. Very good, very pleasant. 1. Exhale. Release the tension. Here I take a breath. Exhale up. 2, 3, made up. 3, let's do 2 more. 4, last rep, release. And 5, very good. Honestly, with these stretches, I get a really great feeling in my lower back. Now we're moving on to stretching exercises. Good, very good. One of the most important keys to building a strong back. The first one is deep abdominal breathing, where we're going to focus again on the navel area and work on our deep abdominal muscles. We all have a natural abdominal support. Even if you have fat on top, even if you can't see those six-pack abs in front, this abdominal support is still there. What it does is cover everything in the front up to the midline, and on the other side it also covers everything in the back and on top. There's the diaphragm, so it forms a kind of balloon that, when used correctly, can help protect and give more stability to your lower back. To work it, you have to use your breathing and the movement of your belly button. I encourage you to place both hands on your knees, but to explain it, I'm going to place this hand here. It's similar to the belly button example, but instead of moving the spine, we'll move the muscles. I want you to breathe into your belly, placing your hand over your belly button as much as you can, and then pull your belly button back as much as possible, like you want to pull your stomach inward. I'm going to put this here. We take a breath, push the belly out as much as possible, and then I pull my belly button in as much as possible, but this doesn't mean that I round my lower back. My lower back always stays fixed in this position, anchored. I breathe in, I breathe out.
3.
Let's do 6 repetitions together. Actually, let's do 10. I breathe in, I breathe out, and 4. I breathe in. 5. Do you see how that deep abdominal contraction appears even on the sides? I breathe in. 6. We release. 7. 8. 9. And 10. Wow, we finished the exercise. Very good job. Very good toning in that lower back area. And let's continue with the next one. The deadlift, for which we are going to need this nice stick. One of my favorite exercises. Again, you don't need to do this exercise with very high intensity. Work on it within your abilities. I'm going to show you different levels so you can adapt it to suit you as much as possible, which is what really matters. We place that stick in front. With your arms fully extended, shoulders relaxed, I'm going to slide that stick down in front of my knees. Just up to there. And then I'm going to slowly return to the original position. Very simple, right? My back doesn't round. We're trying to create movement from here, from the hip hinge, and let the body lean forward. My lower back stays neutral at all times. We'll do 3 a little lower, 3 a little lower still, and 3 very low. Choose the one you like best, okay? I inhale, go down in front of my kneecaps, exhale, and return to the starting position. Very simple, but also very effective. I inhale, down. 2, 2. One more. Exhale. 3. We're going to go down to the middle of the shin. I take a breath. Here things get a little more complicated. We exhale. 4. It's important that when you go down, you don't let yourself collapse and your spine doesn't round, okay? I can also go all the way down if I want, but the important thing is that we keep that hinge effect with the back and the hips. 4. Let's do 2 more. 5. I inhale at the bottom. And up. 6. And I'm going to do 3 more, but at the deepest level. I inhale, go down to here, exhale. 7. And if it seems too easy for you, if you maintain good form, we could even add some weight here, like a 2, 5, or 10 kilo plate. 8. Whatever you can handle and whatever feels challenging, but not painful. Last rep, release, and 10. Awesome exercise, one of my favorites. In this routine, I'm only showing you sets of 10, but if you want to extend it to an hour, for example, just double the sets, okay? We can easily do an hour of this routine without any problem. Now let's move on to the last exercise, which is also very important, a lower back extension exercise. Many times, a herniated disc is accompanied by a straightening, and that lumbar straightening is the loss of the curves, okay? Our back is shaped like this, let's exaggerate it a little, in the shape of an S, and when we get older, when we're very sedentary, well, this thing called straightening happens. In the lumbar region, that curvature is lost, which promotes disc degeneration. In fact, straightening is usually the step before the appearance of disc disorders. And that's why it's so important to work on that extension and restore the spine's normal mechanics. And for that, here's a seated exercise I just came up with, which is really great, where we're going to work on that extension within your limits. The good thing is that we'll use the wall as a limit, okay? I recommend moving this stool, this chair, a little bit away from the wall. It should obviously be backless, and you should place your hands at the level of your knees. I want you to sit up very straight, and from here try to move your back backward until your upper back, especially the base of your neck, touches the wall. I slide back, now both sides are touching. I hold for 3 seconds. This is an extension position, and then I return to the starting position. It's important, this isn't about rounding your back and touching the wall with it, that's very wrong. The only place you should touch is here, the base of the neck, the shoulder area between the shoulder blades. That means you're doing it correctly and you're really working on the extension. Again, sit up very straight, chest out, let your back fall backward, look forward. First the back of my neck touches, which is fine, and then my shoulder blades and the base of my neck touch. I hold for a few seconds and return to the start. It's simple. Now I'll move a bit further from the wall. I let my back fall backward, the back of my neck touches, my shoulders touch, perfect, very good lumbar extension. Here we are producing that lumbar extension in this way. Here lumbar extension is basically what we want to work on. I hold for a few seconds and return to the starting position. I'm going to do 2 here and keep going. I lean back, it touches my nape, it touches my shoulders, I hold for a few seconds, my belly button goes forward. That guarantees that the extension is in my lower back, I keep my chest lifted and come back. I move away from the wall for a moment and again let my body fall here. Be careful because now we're at a significant level of difficulty. Touch the back of your neck, touch your shoulders, hold the position, push your belly button forward and slowly return to the starting position. What? Does this one hurt? Well, then try the previous one, okay? The important thing about the exercise is that you can really adapt it to your abilities and each exercise can be adjusted in terms of contraction time, number of repetitions, range of motion, weight, and even whether you do it in the morning or in the afternoon, a lot of things. Let's do one last repetition. I hope you find a level that matches your abilities and I want you to know that extension exercises can be a bit painful. Don't forget to bring that belly button forward. We just have to tolerate it. Extension is one of the most important exercises, but it is somewhat painful and we have to go through it, and it's extremely essential that you include it in your day. This simple exercise was the last one. I recommend you do all the exercises, try different intensities, and stick with the ones that work best for you. If you want, just do 1, 2, or 3 during the day at the office, or split them into different exercise sets. Whatever works, but make sure you move. Exercise is truly the best way to treat your herniated disc. I say this from personal experience. And let me remind you that I've prepared an excellent 30-minute class that's pure gold, where I explain it and answer that question for you. You are treating your herniated disc correctly. To access it, you also have the first comment and the link in the description. You enter, leave your email, and you receive it instantly in your inbox. I hope you liked it, and I hope you can share it with those who need it. I'm sure there's someone in your family or among your friends who has a herniated disc, or a protrusion, or an extrusion, or a disc bulge, or lumbar osteoarthritis, right? Any type of condition can benefit from this routine and the video from the class I'm inviting you to watch. I sincerely thank you for staying until the end, and I hope to see you again very soon in one of my other videos. Goodbye.